touch.
24 seconds, yeah, you better not stop. You got 24 seconds, can you beat the shot? What you waiting on, little daddy? I ain't got that much time. You seem anxious.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl D, and welcome to Mike with D, where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing at all. Y'all, today we're going to be doing my makeup in a story time. So today I decided that I wanted to talk about something because honestly, if you know me, I do have some crazy stories, okay? And so I thought I might as well just make it a thing. Why not? So every once in a while, we're gonna be doing makeup and having a story time, okay? Because I am trying to learn how to do my makeup. So I thought, why not put two and two together, okay? But before I continue, make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already, okay? Let's get into it. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about, sadly, my ex and how I got played, okay? That's pretty much how I see it. Maybe after the story time, you might be like, girl, you didn't get played. You know, it is what it is. But I thought I'll do that story time this go round, okay? So yeah, anyways, to start, we met on Tinder. So yeah, I would say now the dates, I'm kind of like blurry with the dates. So I'm not really sure. But either way, I know it was in like 2018, I want to say. But anyways, we met on Tinder and it was going good. It was like real smooth because he was in Florida and I was in Georgia for school. So it was pretty good. It was a long distance relationship basically. And so when I had every opportunity to go home, I went home and I went to go see him. And, you know, my dad and them were there, so I go see them too. But I was mainly going to see my man. And at the time, that's what I was thinking. Like, my man. So I literally would go home and visit. And I forget. I think it was like spring break or something. I can't remember. But definitely, we spent time together. And to the point where I brought him home. I literally allowed him to meet my dad. I never brought anyone home, by the way, so I should probably say that. But I've never really brought anyone home. So this was the first person I brought home, and so my dad, you know, he's just like, oh, okay, cool, you know, yeah. Anyways, y'all, things were going pretty good. I will say I was madly in love. He came and visited me once, while I was in college, and y'all, let me say, I was so in love. I literally, when he came down, I decorated the room, like put in like some lights to make the room a certain color, and then I wrote on index cards reasons why I love him or whatever, you know, came to mind, little poems, whatever the case may be. This is me being madly in love. And so I would write poems on the cards and stuff. So when he came home, not home, but when he came to my apartment at the time, I would surprise him with that. And so he literally came in, he was surprised, and it was so cute. The lights, the cars, and it was fun. We went to the beach. Me and my friends and him, we all went to the beach. It was super fun, pretty much. It was really fun. And we had a good time. We how do I say this? We were good. We were good. Now at the time, y'all, for disclosure, the girl was a good girl. That's the best way to put it. I was a goody two shoes. If you know, you know. I was a goody two shoes. And so, hold on, because I don't know what to use for this thing right here. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to just use this part. We're just going to see. Because I cannot do my eyebrows, by the way. This is probably the worst thing I can do. So, we're going to see. Ooh, if we do them too dark, it is what it is. Supposed to do like little streaks, I think. Even the light had to cut off on that one because that one. Oh, God. It's so dark. Okay. Maybe I can lighten it with the concealer because this is not it. But anyways, yeah. My friends liked him. They saw I was in love. You know, everything was given. To me, everything was perfect. We had fights every once in a while, but to me, I guess I was just oblivious because I was in love. And so this was like my first Well, I would say this is my second boyfriend because my first boyfriend's in high school. So we would say this is my second boyfriend, but this was like first person I brought home. Like, that's what it was given. So, man. Look at what I did. That's crazy. Anyways, let's just get back to the story time. Like I said, I don't know how to do makeup, so everybody just enjoy the process of me improving on my makeup. Especially my eyebrows, because I think that's the hardest thing, honestly. Anyways, back to the story time. Where was I? Yada, 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 in love. Great, he visited to the apartment, went, hung out with my friends. It was great. One of the biggest problems we had, well, it wasn't even a problem on our end. It was more so with the friend I was with at the time, which, full disclosure, we're not friends anymore. But literally, he would call her a nickname. And the nickname is Apple. Now, you may be thinking, like, that's not too bad. But if you know her, then you know why I was like, But I really didn't have too much a problem with it. I think I was in my grown woman era in that time, because I literally was like, guys, I don't feel comfortable with this. I need you not to call her that or whatever. I literally told him, and guess what? It continued. So that was problem number one. Pretty much, that was problem number one. But that's okay. That's not here nor there. That's another story time. Anyways, I want to say he had to visit. I don't think it was my birthday, but I know he visited before Christmas, because Christmas time came and I decided I wanted to be the cute girlie. I wanted to surprise him. And so I took it upon myself to make sure I had enough, made the impression that I wasn't going to be home for Christmas. I wasn't going to be able to come home. So I took it upon myself to make sure I made that impression. And so he was under the impression that I will not be coming home. And everything was fine and dandy. I had my location. I turned my location off because we had each other's location. And so I turned my location off, and I literally drove. Now, I was in Georgia. I would say it was about maybe 6 hours away. So I got in my car for Christmas break, because we was on Christmas break, and I drove all the way to Florida. Now, I'm just like so excited, like, to the point where instead of going home first, I went straight to his house. Now, I was trying to make sure I got there before he left so I can surprise him. So I ended up texting him and telling him, like, hey, you have a package and they're about to deliver. I see the people and they're texting me that they're on their way. It was me. I was the package, by the way. And so I was saying, like, hey, you have a package. And he was like, okay, because I want to go. I'm about to go to my aunt's house or whatever. And I'm like, just give it a few minutes. It's on its way. It's like literally maybe 15 minutes away. And so he was waiting at his house, and he was like, okay, how far is it? And I was like, it's about 5 minutes away, because I was 5 minutes away. So he actually went to his car, and he was sitting in his car. Y'all, I wish I had that video. I really do wish I still had that video so folks could see. I don't know why I deleted it. I don't know. But I finally got there, and he was sitting in his car, and I pulled up on him, and I come out with my phone recording, because I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm in love, I'm ready to show. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're celebrating Christmas together, our first Christmas together. Y'all, in that moment, I didn't realize, but you could tell just how not excited he was to see me. That's the best way to put it. Because when I tell y'all, he was just like, when I was like, oh my gosh, surprise, I'm the package. He was sitting in his car, just sitting in his car, he's just like, BP. Like, now I realize it, and when I watched the video back, it was like, girl, you are so oblivious, because, girl, it's all right there. It's all evident. It's so you can clearly see it. But in my head, in the moment, I could not clearly see it. And so, in that moment, I was super excited to see him, and I thought he was super excited to see me. But that was the first red flag right there. That excitement he had wasn't really excitement. I was just so excited and so in love that I saw it as that. But looking at the video and watching it back and playing it back, I realized like, oh, that excitement definitely wasn't there. It was not giving he's excited to see me. It was giving like, damn, this girl here, like cute. And so he was not clearly as excited to see me as I was to see him. But in that moment again, I didn't see it as that. I saw it as he was excited to see me, and we were about to spend our first Christmas together. That was how I saw it. Okay. So he did baby. I'm just happy to see him. I'm hugging him. I'm like, I got your Christmas presents. I did buy his family Christmas presents as well, just like a gift a piece, and then I bought him a couple gifts. So I'm literally excited to see him, but he's like, oh no, I gotta go to my aunt's house. Like, it's literally what it was. It was just like, oh, girl, I gotta go. This is not what I thought it was. I gotta go. I thought I was getting a better gift than this. That's what this is literally giving. Now, like, watching the thing back, I probably put too much. Watching the thing back and realizing that, okay, he wasn't really excited to see me, and it was not what he was expecting for real. But that's neither here nor there. It was giving very much couch guy or whatever that video was. It was giving very much that. But anyways, so he ended up going to his aunt's house or whatever with his family, and went to go see my dad and them because, I gotta go spend time with my family. I'm here. My dad knew I was coming, so it was good. And so I went to the house and spent time with my family or whatever. And then when he was done, I was like, hey, just text me when you're done and I'll come over. Or, we can hang out, whatever. Because, when you in love, that's all you want to do. Just spend time together. Just literally all you want to do. At least for me. And so I'm just like, yeah, just let me know when to come. Cause I will drive right on over. Whoop, I probably put too much. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, look at it. We're gonna see if I can fix it. Anyways, so after he leaves his aunt's house or whatever, I can't remember if they ended up, no, that wasn't the same day. I can't remember if I ended up actually going to see him that same day. I don't think so, but I can't really remember. So I'm so sorry, y'all. I know it's like, girl, that's not how story time go. I really did try to research and make sure I had my facts straight before the story time, but I couldn't find anything because, that was the past, and everything in the past kind of gone now. So it was like, kind of got to go off of my memory. But I don't think I ended up seeing him the rest of the day because he ended up not coming home till late that night. So I think it was the next day. I was with my family on Christmas. So this wasn't, Christmas is already past. This is New Year's. Yeah, this is New Year's. So Christmas, I skipped the part. So Christmas, I spent Christmas with my family. And then, of course, I went over to his house to give him his gifts and stuff. So his Christmas gifts, when we opened the Christmas gifts, because I'm jumping the gun, completely didn't even tell you about the part of opening the Christmas gifts. So because I surprised him, he didn't have any gifts for me. And so, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Give me my gifts when you can, because he was like, my gifts aren't here. He wasn't expecting to see me, whatever, yada, yada. So I didn't have any gifts. So when it was time to open the gifts, when it was time to open the gifts, when they were able to open their gifts or whatever, and the gifts that I got them, because I was there when they opened their gifts, everyone opened his gifts. His mom got me like this Rocket book, if you know, the Rocket book where you write and you can erase it with water. She got me that for Christmas. He ended up ordering something off of Amazon last minute and got me like this necklace, like with a paw print, because I love dogs. Fortunately, I can't wear fake jewelry, but I was still accepting of the gift, and I loved the gift, and I was willing to wear it because, I'm in love. That's my logic. And so, literally, he got me that, but I ended up getting his gifts. Now, I got him a pair of shoes. The shoes were too small because his feet were wider than I thought. I got him, like, some shorts or whatever, some Beats headphones, because I remember him saying he wanted some Beats headphones and whatnot. And so, mind y'all, I'm a broke college student. So, yeah. But anyways, I made sure, I was able to celebrate Christmas, our first Christmas together. And so I literally gave him those gifts. He opened it. He loved it. His dad got him this little light for his car. So when he opened his door, you'll see the light or whatever. Keep that in mind. That is a very important factor. It becomes very important in the end. So anyways, we opened gifts and everything is pretty much good. They had food. It was really fun. Christmas time, we opened our gifts. Were our gifts, his gifts. I had the necklace and the Rocketbook his mom gave me, which I'm fine with. I was happy with it. It was the thought that count. That's what was in my head. And so I'm literally like, okay. It was fun. We had dinner. Everything was Gucci. Everything was really Gucci. Now, before I continue the story, I want to highlight that in this relationship, because this was like my first real relationship, like I guess that's the best way to say, I was learning. Okay? I did not know a lot. And so I am not doing eyeshadow because I already know. I barely got any eyelids anyway. I was learning a lot and I was in love. So to me, it was like learning as I go. Like the red flags, paying attention to the signs, all of that. I literally wasn't really paying attention to any of that because, again, I was in love and it was giving, power couple. And to me, that was very important. Now, there's nothing wrong with living with your parents or anything like that because he was living with his parents at the time. And so I didn't really see an issue with that. I don't think that's really an issue because you got to get on your feet. It's better to be able to save and whatnot and get on your feet. And so that was never a problem. So I do want to just include that. He was living with his parents, so he didn't really have his own place, which is why I was always pretty much over at his parents' place. And they seem to like me, but you never really know with parents. Yeah, they will pretend, and we'll see. And that's what it was given. It was just like, they could like me, they may like me, they may not. Okay. I couldn't really tell if they liked me or not. It was given they liked me, but you never really know. And so after eating soup and things like that, his parents ended up hosting a party. So they had family over, and I was over. I came to the party, and so it was super fun. They had food. We ate. Everyone was dancing. Everyone was laughing. His brother was there, and I think his brother was in the Navy. Everyone was there. Everyone was having a good time. It was getting late, but at this time, I'm kind of pretty much a grown woman at this time, okay? So my daddy not really telling me, hey, you need to get home. I got my own car. Like, I have my own place. I'm just here visiting. So I don't really have to, check in with my dad or anything like that. It's just like, I'm alive. So I'm a grown woman, really, at this time. So I ain't really got to check in, and I ain't got no curfew. And I didn't have to check in with my dad or anything like that. He knew where I was at. There was no question. He knew where I was at. He already met this man, and he knew where I was at. So literally having a good time at the party, and it gets late. So we go in his room, and we cuddle up. Use your imagination, and and he gets a text from his dad. And his dad is just like, really? Or something like that. Like, in my house. Something like that. I can't remember the text really because I remember him reading the text and then just kind of sitting on the bed and just and I'm just like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And literally, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. And he just finished. And I'm like, what's wrong? And he shows me his phone. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm never going to be able to come over. Never going to be able to come over again. Like, that's what I thought. That's what was running in my head. Like, in that moment, I'm just like, I am never going to be able to come over again. We're going to have to just spend time on the phone or hanging at the park or going out more. That's literally what my thought process was. Like, literally, when I read the text. That's what it's giving. But boy, was I wrong. So anyways, so I'm literally like, okay. What can we do? I'm just like, I can't go talk to him. So but he did say I have to leave. I remember the dad telling him like to tell me I gotta go, which rightfully so, I understand. Rightfully so. And so, I grab my stuff embarrassed and I do the walk of shame pretty much. And so literally I go home. He's just like, he'll talk to me in the morning. I'm like, okay, I understand. This is, you gotta talk and all of that. Just let me know if I need to talk to them as well. Because, at the same time, I understand. But I'm young and dumb. We were young and dumb. And so, now at this time, I had to go home the next day as well. So, when he says he was going to call me, it would be that I'm already driving back to Georgia. And so, I can't remember if it was a text first. I think it was a text first. But pretty much, he just like, his parents don't want us to be together anymore. Now, mind you, at this time, we are definitely grown. Like, he was in his 20s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was about in his 20s. So, early 20s. So, we're grown, but he is living with his parents. So, of course, you gotta abide by their rules. And so, I'm literally just like, okay, they don't want us to be together. We're grown. I understand if they don't want me to come over to the house anymore, but in my head, I'm just like, how can they tell me or tell us that we can't, like, date or anything? Like, how can they have that much power? And so, I am literally confused. But I'm driving home, so I'm literally calling his phone. No answer. No answer at all. And so I'm literally just boohoo crying because at this point we're broken up. He done broke up with me. Technically, he done broke up with me, but through his parents because his parents said we can't be together. So I'm boohoo crying on the way home, driving home. When I finally make it home, I call my friend. I talk to my friends. Like I run in their rooms. I'm just like, y'all, he's not answering my call. He's not talking to me. I don't know what's going on. He literally just said his parents don't want us to be together, and that's it. Nothing else. Like there was no more communication after that. And so I'm super confused. I'm boohoo crying. This is my first heartbreak. I'm in college. I'm just like, what am I going to do? Y'all, this is so funny thinking about it now, like talking about it now. It's just hilarious to see how dramatic I was at that time. But I'm literally falling out on the floor. My friends, I'm so surprised they held it together pretty well. Because when I tell you, I would have been bust out laughing. He just supporting me. And I'm just boohoo crying. A day goes by. And so I don't know what possessed me, y'all, I don't know what told me to do it, but I did anyway. So I re-download Tinder because remember, we met on Tinder. And we don't have any form of communication. We still have each other's location right now at that moment. So I see that he's at his family's house or whatever. And so I'm like, he's alive, but he's just not responding to my texts or answering my calls. And so when he finally responds, he's just like, yeah, no, my parents said we can't be together or whatever. Pretty much the same thing in text, and there was no real explanation because I remember still trying to fiend for it. But I had went through my whole spiel of breaking out, crying, and just being depressed and all of that because this is my first heartbreak. I didn't know how to take it, and so I'm just so sad. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is what it's become because it is. And so I was really just going through all the emotions, blaming myself, like, oh my gosh, I disrespected his parents' house, and this is the outcome, and all of that, all running through my head. But y'all, I literally downloaded Tinder. It's about 24 hours. I went by 24 hours. Not even. Maybe 24 hours, 48 hours max. And I re-downloaded Tinder. I don't know why. I really was like, there's no way. But I did anyway. I re-downloaded Tinder. And guess who the first profile I saw? Guess what the profile was? It was his profile. Y'all, it was his profile, and it was a new profile. Like, it wasn't the same profile he had when we first met on Tinder. And I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, who knows how long he had the profile up, but I knew it was up at the time that we just had broken up. And so I'm literally looking at it, and I run in the room to my friend's room, and I'm just like, look at this, he has Tinder again. We were on Tinder. He's back on Tinder, and he's using some of the pictures I took. So I'm really just livid at this point. He's not answering my calls, not answering my texts, but he's back on Tinder. I don't know how long he was back on Tinder, but I knew that day when I downloaded it, his profile was the first profile that came up on my phone. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Woo. So, like, I'm boohoo hurt. I'm boohoo hurt. Like, butt hurt. My ego shot because it's like, dang, did I just get played after just buying this man beats and stuff? And now this is all that's running through my head. And so when we finally talked, I don't even think I brought up the Tinder profile when we actually spoke, because I was still trying to figure out why we broke up. That was still my biggest concern. Even after seeing the profile, I was still wondering what really caused us to break up. Because I'm like, that can't be a reason, right? And my friends is talking to me or whatever. But the conversation didn't get anywhere. Like, I never really got closure or an explanation. It was just, my parents don't want us to be together. Yeah, because of what happened. And I'm just like, okay. All right. And so literally, I remember, I would say maybe a week, if that, I'm literally at a restaurant with my friends. If you're in Georgia, Valdosta, Georgia, you're from Valdosta, Georgia, you know Big Nick's. So we was at Big Nick's. And I'm sitting there with my friends, and we just eating because, you know, they're just like, dude, you gotta get over it. It is what it is. Come on, girl, go out so we can go get something to eat. And so we got appetizers, and I'm scrolling Twitter. Now I barely use Twitter and Instagram for sure. I don't use it that much, but when I do, I use it. I scroll, and so I'm scrolling on Twitter, and his profile and his post comes out, and he done posted with a new girlfriend. He got a new girlfriend. I don't know how long, but that post was definitely that day. He had posted it that day, and so I'm boohoo hurt again, because he already in another relationship. He done posted the girl and how much he loved her and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, I was so butt hurt. I was so butt hurt, because in my head now it's like, you was in this relationship while you was with me. Because again, remember, we were long distance technically. I wasn't in Florida all the time. I wasn't still in school. So I would just drive home to see him, and we'll see each other every so often. So it was really a long distance relationship. So in my head, I'm just like, this man was dating her while dating me. That's exactly the conclusions I jumped to. That was my conclusion. He was dating her while dating me. Because how you post this girl in a week of us breaking up? Like, it was not that long that we had been broken up. And you already in another relationship in love. You know, I'm like, dang, it was love at first sight to be in love, like, and posting. But again, we're still young. So, you know how that be. But we're not in high school. We're not in high school. And he was definitely older than me. So, we're not in high school. So, what? That's high school stuff where it's like, we in love, like, we date for 2 days and we in love and we posting each other. That's almost high school. I mean, that's really middle school, if I'm being honest. But, you know, it could probably happen in high school every once in a while. But that's about it. After that, you're not supposed to be doing that no more. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I'm literally boohoo crying again, like I'm butt hurt, and I'm literally I started crying in front of my friends again, and they just like, no. And so you know how we be, you know, females, and you be like, let's do some research. But in that moment, no, we definitely did research. I'm not even gonna lie, we did some research and found out some things. It's not here nor there. Anyways, so I pretty much end this story, because that's exactly where it kind of ended. It was just like, I saw these pictures. And that was that. Oh, no. The ending actually was when me and my friends, we went to Miami, and he needed his light. Y'all remember that light his daddy got him for Christmas? Well, turns out, because I took the shoes back, because I was actually going to go and replace them, like get him a different size and send them to him, because he needed them to be wider. So I took the shoes back. Well, in that shoe box was his light that his daddy got him. So I had the light that his daddy got him, and he really wanted that light. And so I was like, well, give me my beats back. Now, some of you may be like, girl, that's messed up. Like, no, don't take the gift back. yeah, that was gonna make me feel better in that moment because I was butthurt. I ain't get no explanation, no closure, no nothing. I see he done already posted up with a new girl. Absolutely not. Give me my, give it. That's exactly what I'm giving. And so conversation was literally just setting up a date for him to come to our hotel because we were in Miami and we had a hotel. So you can come to this hotel and get this and give me my beats back. We'll do a trade-off. And he agreed. And I'm like, bet. Y'all, he walked in. He walked in like he was just on top of the world. He had his shades on and one of his friends was with him. And literally had his shades on and was walking in. And I come downstairs with my friend. So he walks in and he think he just on top of the world and he got his friend with him. And so I got one of my friends with me because I ain't going down there by myself. You know, your manager, I'm still a little butthurt too at the same time because I really wanted that closure, but I knew I wasn't going to get it. But at this point, I just want my beats back because that's going to make me feel a little better. And so we walked downstairs. Now my friend, she was holding it together. Cause this man, he gonna walk in like he just with his shades on, and so we walk up to each other. I agree. I get the beats and I give him the light, and he's thank you, and walk away. And I'm like, and I walk away. We go upstairs, and she start busting out laughing. She's like, "Who does he think he is?" And I'm literally like, "I cannot believe this. Like, who? Like, no, this man did not. This man did not." But I got my beats back, so I was just like, "It's cool." It's cool. But was I butthurt? Absolutely. But at that moment, I think once I realized he was already in another relationship, it kind of gave me the closure I needed. And so, got the beats back. I ended up giving the beats to my dad. Because I didn't need him or want him. I just didn't want him to have them. I'm just going to be honest. At that moment, I was definitely being petty. But it is what it is. Because he wasn't going to get that light back. If I didn't get my beats back, you won't get that light back. And I don't know how much that light was, but he wasn't going to get it back from me. So, gave him his light. I got my beats. And that was the end of that. And have never spoken since. And that is the story time on how I got played. Because that's how I feel, y'all. I don't know the best way to put it. I'm not going to say I'm innocent. But, y'all, I really, either my memory's shot. But I don't remember having that many issues with old boy. So, for that to be the reason is crazy. Honestly, looking back at it now, I think I was just more in love than he was. Like, it was just that. Did I ever get that closure? No, but that's okay because I am okay. But I really thought it would be funny to tell this story time because I was talking to my friends and we was just talking about like history of us and stuff, and they came out and I was like, this would be makeup and story times. So yeah, this is the makeup look for today. Okay, I tried. Did I blend well? Probably not. The eyelashes not really on all the way. The eyebrows aren't done, but the lips are lipping. I think I did good with the lips, if I must say. No, I think I did pretty good. But yeah, that's the story time, y'all. I really hope y'all enjoyed my story time. I am so sorry for the dates and the timeline. I did get it a little mixed up because I want to be real. I want to be authentic, y'all. And I definitely can't remember everything because it happened so long ago. But it's still a funny story to tell because I just know how dramatic I was throughout that whole breakup. And so I think it's hilarious and I can laugh about it now. And so I thought I would bring that as my first story time with the makeup and story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Bye!